Marcel Robillard, CEO President of Puma Exploration, an exploration mining company out from Canada, Atlantic Canada. We're looking for high-grade gold quartz vein right at surface. We've been working in the area for many years. We are one of the most experienced company in the play, and today we're going to talk a bit more about what we've done. So drilling done, now we're taking more assays, and we're looking for a better market in 2023, and that's a little bit the reason why we've been touring in Europe.
Good to see you. Welcome to London, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're here. You've been doing the European conference tour.
Yes.
Are you exhausted yet, or you still got lots of energy left?
This is my last day, so yes, I have to pump a bit myself. You know, a few coffee this morning to get along. We have been here for almost a week now, so we've been touring in Munich, Frankfurt, Paris. Now we're in London, and we're getting back the plane tomorrow back to Canada.
You're a better man than me. I'm exhausted. Yeah. Hey, look, you mentioned obviously that you've been drilling. You're waiting on a bunch of assays, but I am looking at a bit of rock here. Yeah, and there's a shiny thing in the middle of that. So what's this?
This is what we regularly use to get into drilling and also at surface. So, you know, most of the work is really getting started with grab sample at surface. We still see the visible gold in it, what we used to call in the industry VG. And this is like particularly the high grade quartz, so shiny. And when you see that, you know, most of the time you really know that is really, really exciting for having more upside potential. So most of the time, high grade. The other good thing is free gold, so which means it could be a lot more easy to recover from the ground.
Now, visible gold is rare.
Yes.
Right, and I'm looking at gold right now. This is quartz, but I'm looking at visible gold here, so it's quite good. But there's not a lot of it. No. So when you say chasing high grade, what is this? Is this good?
Oh, that run about 46 grams per ton over 4 meters. So, you know, when you see those like chunk of visible gold, it means that there's a lot more really, really fine one that you don't see. So those little free gold, or which I say nugget effects, so sometimes, you know, you have a big chunk, which is made for me. You never know the assays, but at least there's gold in it. Most of the time you drill for gold, you drill quartz vein, you don't see any gold, and you have to wait, let's say, 2 months that the lab give you the assays. Now, with that, we already know there's gold in it. Now, you just don't know the amount of it. Yes.
Right. So where are you with assays? What's the backlog look like at the moment?
Sorry?
What's the backlog of assays that you're waiting to?
Backlog was about like 60 days. We get the last assays from the 10,000 meter drilling in September. Right. It has all been published. We still have a drilling result to come, which part of a recovery test that we're doing, a major test, because first, we just announced about 2 weeks ago, phenomenal recovery test assays. So about 92% recovery only by gravity. No cyanide, no chemical. So that will be a particular story out there, because we might be able to develop the play, mine it just by recovery. So if we're talking about more conventional system like flotation, we get 99.7. Right. So the assays are back. We are now putting all that into interpretation, the 3D modeling, to be ready to drill again later in the first quarter of 2023.
Right, so that's the nature of the beast. As an explorer, you raise money, you target, you drill, repeat for a while. So where are you in the exploration phase? How much more drilling do you think you need to do?
Depends, because it's all depending about the surprise we got. Having that great recovery, having that potential of having a bulk sample done, because this is the next step. So first, with the 10,000 meters, we have confirmed only one zone over the 46,000 hectares. So we have a lot more to explore. We always do 3 years type of exploration strategy. First year is like the whole days. You know, we still have early stage. So people, prospector, geologists on ground, boots, hammer, so they find a zone. The second year is a little bit more advanced, which is trenching, stripping, and really confirm that what the guys found is really there. And the third year is drilling, really drilling and characterize the gold mineralization. So we have 3 different zones on it. So the first and the most advanced is the Lynx gold zone. So 95% of all the effort have been directed on that zone so far. And we always use, 5 to 10% on all the other area. So if we have that done, drilling has confirmed from 0 to 100 meters, really consistent, mineralization. Now we want to see the quality of that gold zone to make decision about how we're going to do a small operation or drill deeper and increase resources. But as you said, this is nugget. This is free gold. So sometimes it's a little bit more harder to really define our resources just by drilling. So the beauty of our project, it's all at surface. Yeah. We already had the permit to strip. Yeah. We are removing all the gravel at surface. Now we have on site 12 veins really well located. We are doing a bigger test for recovery. So about like 300 kilogram of each vein, 12 vein sample. So those assay will be back probably in March. So kind of.
Okay, March. Crikey, that's such a delay. It must be painful for you because it informs your decision making as to how you advance things, right?
Yes.
There's no way to speed this up. It is what it is at the moment.
Yeah, but it's not just, we're not talking about just the assays and see the result. Yeah. It's the recovery. So what they do is first 300 kilo, you have to crush it. Yeah. To crush it in, let's say, like powder. And then in powder, you put it into a gravity circuit, and though you do flotation. Yeah. So, this is just the time it takes. So this is roughly 90 days to 120. It's not bad. Right. Where it's really long is the 60 days from the regular lab. So, because now it's all been done. But when you're drilling, then it would be better to have the assays in 2 weeks to really know, where is the high grade, because you don't need to confirm that the zone, there's no gold. So that's it.
So having a conversation about high grade gold and finding high grade gold is a lot easier than talking about anything else. Yes. Right? Because people say high grade should be high margin. Life is going to be better for us. So, but there's also a lot of gold exploration companies shouting, a lot of white noise. It's in a difficult market, pressure on gold price.
Yes.
Clearly. Yeah. Is money readily available, do you think, for exploration studies? Because they're not all going to work out.
Yes.
So what's the advantage that you've got over the rest?
For sure, high-grade gold, the beauty of it is you can do a lower-grade mine with high-grade gold, because then you make dilution, and some area might be a little bit lower grade. You're going to be a bulk, mining operation, so you're going to take the hose high grade, mix with lower grade, then you're going to have more resources. You might be, as our case, is open pitable. So, the first thing is open pit. You will never do a high-grade gold mine with just low-grade material. So we have the ability to choose, if it's going to be high-grade or low-grade. Right. But the thing is, we are in a safe jurisdiction, one of the best places to do exploration. And if you see the Lassonde curve, we're right at the beginning of the discovery. So, there's a lot more potential and the money is available. So in 2022, we have raised $5 million. So we have a decent budget. And as we can do stripping and trenching right at surface, the cost is really low. Like right now, we have about a $200,000 burning rate, which include the management, but all the field work, because, an excavator, a bulldozer is not as expensive. Just to give you kind of a sense of amount. If you do 1 day of trenching and stripping, is $1,000. When you bring a drill, it's $10,000. Right. But we got a lot more information with stripping and trenching than one hole. If you strip an area 500 meters long, like 100 meters wide, and then, strip it compare how many holes you would have to fit in to get the same information. Right. We understand the market likes drill result because, it has been the case. Sure. And most area in the world, you cannot do what we can. So because permitting is easy, because the gold vein are right at surface, so we save a lot of cost, and we can make big discovery. So money, is available right now. For sure, we have good expectation about the general market in 2023. We already saw since a month, a little bit more like movement, and sentiment. And here, in the London mining conference, people are more smiling than, I would say in the summertime. So I think, the energy are back. Good. And we still have 1.5 million in the treasury.
I was about to say, where are you with that? Obviously, so that's kind of you. Besides of the burn rate, you're good to the end of this year. But then what?
Yes, what we have ahead of us for sure. We already have paid for the recovery test. So that will be one of the major milestone for early 2023. So it's already been paid. The drilling is over because we want to receive all the assay, make the 3D interpretation, and make sure we drill deeper, let's say from 100 meters to 250, the Lynx zone, and also initiate our inaugural program for next year on the Jaguar Gold Zone, which is the brand new zone we have discovered at surface. So, and then the other thing is the bulk sampling. So we want, as nugget effects like high-grade gold at surface, the best way to confirm the resource there, the gold content, will be a bulk sample. So we're talking about a 4,000 ton to 10,000 ton bulk sample. Will depend about the permitting, and it's going to be launches probably in the spring. Now we have 1 feet of snow. So it has already been started. Next thing will be to drill those. So we have a budget plan for between $3 million to $5 million. We have 1.5 in the treasury, so we won't, need too much cash. We have a warrant at 25 cents that they are expiring in December.
Where are we at today?
We're trading at 20 cents, or not in the money, pretty close. So we have good news to come. There's 3.5 million that could be possible. If not, we're going to do a raise between 3 and 5 in the first quarter of 2023. So as the exploration cost is low, we don't need $50 million. And it's always a balance between dilution and the real result that you have. We're not doing it. We don't do exploration work to move the stock up. We want to build a mine. We want to get a mine there. So we really do systematic work, technical work, and bring it to the next step. So the people that they see it and the people that they know mining, they believe in what we've done. Something you don't control is the drill result. The thing you can control is, if I'm telling you I'm going to drill 10,000 meters, I'm doing it. This is what I feel from European investor. It's more important. And European investor, that's a little bit the reason why we're here. They are a little bit more longer term. They want to be involved in the early stage exploration company and be, working years after years for 4 or 5 years to see, the progress you've made. So as long as you keep telling them what you're doing and you do it, this is the way I approach. So the reason why we're here mainly is maybe, let's say, 95% of our shareholders are Canadian. Now it's time for a better market, we hope in 2023, to have people, like European people, investor, found institutions that they know the story. Because once we're going to get those results, those recovery, those bulk sample, then every time for an investor, there's an entry point. So we had some people really excited and interested right now. But along the times we're going to get. But you know what it is. You cannot knock. None of all those meetings, I do my speech and I turn and there's like 1 million bids. It's not happening, because we need to build trust, confidence. And this is why we're here, to meet people, get the story out. And the other thing is, I need to come back. We need to build a relationship, and that's what we're trying to do here in Europe.
Good. Okay. Can I come back to the bulk sampling bit again?
Yes.
So what scale is that again?
It's going to be between 4,000 ton and 10,000 ton.
So you must get the question that some of these people are like, well, okay, it's going to cost you some money, but you can also extract some value from that as well.
Yes.
Does it wipe its face?
Yeah, but there's I would say a bad promoter that's going to say, yes, we're going to do cash with it. If we're even, we're going to be happy, because I see it mostly like an exploration program, similar to drilling, because yes, we can recover some gold from it. Yes, we're going to get some money from it, but it's costly as well. It might not be the best flow sheet because it's early stage. So I think the recovery might be better, the grades might be better. But we're not doing it to generate cash. If we want to generate cash, it's going to be fast tracking permitting according to the element. So there's no arsenic in the initial test. There's no, we did early tests, like 92% just by gravity, recovery just by gravity, 99.7 with flotation. So it's going to be a trade-off of that. But, what we're looking for is maybe to fast track permitting. Fast track, I'm not saying not doing right. No, it's not what I'm saying. But because there's no chemical on site, because that's a small operation, that might be possible. And we're going to tell to the market, to everybody, if it's happening, let's say in the spring, summer next year, because we have a plan. If it's possible, we're going to study it, and then we're going to go for it.
Right. And what are the other things on the ground that, obviously permitting and licensing and ESG and First Nations issues and all of those one things that seems to have been roadblocks for a lot of companies this year. How are things on that front?
Just to give you an example, we had that Lynx zone strip 2 years ago, since 2 years. It's stripped for, let's say, 700 meters long by 100 meters wide, and it's all fully permitted. We get the permit in a month, okay? So it's kind of pre-stripping operation. This year, we found the Jaguar Gold Zone, and we have start only with the same process, trenching a little bit. Yeah. We did a little bit of stripping, which 50 meters by 80 meters. Now we had apply for 200 meters long stripping, and we get the permit. Like at Lynx Zone, like as a good corporate, we have proposed to the government to put some money on the side that we have sent to the government. It's $100,000 to at least, re-put the site as it was before the trenching. Remediate, yes, exactly. So, we do it by purpose to be sure that we're doing real good things. So, government permitting is easy. The other stuff is crown land. So we're not facing what we see everywhere now, not in my backyard. Everybody wants car, everybody wants iPhone, but nobody wants mine. So it's not the case there because it's crown land. The claims and the area are held by the government. So it's pretty easy. I think 2 years ago, we've signed an MOU with First Nation. Yeah. So this is already, been signed. It's already good. We have great stakeholder. Sorry. And it's people around. They want job. They want, the last mine running, the big mine was the Brunswick 12. Yeah. They had 700 people, really high paid job. Since 2013, there's no major mine. Fishery and forestry, main business. So, less fish as probably everywhere else, a little bit less wood. So they need job, they need mine. So we have a big support in the area.
Okay, well, thanks for me to tell us the story. Thank you. You sound pumped up.
I am. Excited. I am. Even after a week of traveling, I'm pumped. So that's fine. But this is pump me up. I saw your eyes when we've looked at the beginning before the interview. You see
3 flecks of gold in here.
Yes. That grade 46 gram over 4 meters. So, that's exactly what we're looking for. No. Yes. Thank you. Really pleasure. Thank you.